I am with How To Taxes, and I'm here to help you prepare a Form 1040 when you are a dependent and made more than $13,850. The assumptions of this video are that you have Form W-2 income of $14,850, you are single, and someone else is claiming you as their dependent. At the top of the form, put your name, address, Social Security number. Under the filing status section, check the box that you are single. Under the digital assets section, check the box no. And under the standard deduction section, check the box that someone else can claim you as a dependent. On line 1A, put your wages. You can find this information in box 1 of your Form W-2. In our example, it is $14,850. Carry that amount down to line 1Z and 9, as this is your only source of income. As you have no adjustments to income, your adjusted gross income on line 11 will be $14,850. To calculate your standard deduction, you will need to use the worksheet for dependents on page 34 of the Form 1040 instructions. We will use the worksheet, but I have summarized the standard deduction for when you are a dependent. If you made $850 or less, your standard deduction is $1,250. If you made more than $850 but less than $13,850, your standard deduction is your earned income plus $400. If you made more than or equal to $13,850, your standard deduction is $13,850. In our example, you made $14,850, which is greater than $13,850, so your standard deduction is $13,850. Line 1 of the standard deduction worksheet will be left blank, as none of those stipulations apply to you. Line 2, you will add $400 to your earned income, which is $15,250. On line 3, since you are single, you will put $13,850. On line 4, you will enter the smaller of line 2 or line 3, which is $13,850. Since you were born after January 1st, 1959, and you're not blind, you will stop here and you will enter this amount on line 12 of your Form 1040. This worksheet is for your records. You don't need to attach it to your return. Carry your standard deduction down to line 14, as you do not have a qualified business income deduction. On line 15, subtract line 14 from line 11 to arrive at $1,000 for your taxable income. Next, we will calculate your tax using the tax tables that begin on page 65 of the Form 1040 instructions. Since your taxable income is at least $1,000 but less than $1,025 and you are single, your tax is $101. Place this amount on lines 16, 18, 21, 22, and 24, as you don't have any other taxes or credits. On line 25A, put your withholding. You can find this amount in box 2 of your Form W-2. In our example, it is $200. Carry this amount down to line 25D and down to line 33, as this is your only payment. In our example, you have an overpayment, which you can find by subtracting line 24 from line 33. In our example, it is $99. Since you'd want that refunded to you, carry it down to line 35A. If you want it directly deposited into your bank account, fill out the routing and account information on lines 35B, C, and D. If you don't want it directly deposited into your bank account, cross off lines 35B and D, and the IRS will send you a check directly. Remember to sign, date, and put your occupation at the bottom of the form. Thank you for watching. I am from How To Taxes. Subscribe for future tax videos.